Brian, you're in San Diego, not Las Vegas, but I'm going to ask you to be an odds maker for a second here. What would you, just plucking numbers out of the air, what would you say the odds are that Vertex could either be acquired or be in a merger of equals?
In the next
Let's say in the next 5 years. Yeah.
5 years, I'd say maybe 1 in 4, 1 in 5, something in that range. I mean, I think it's probably pretty good chance, but not, maybe even 1 in 3 in the next. If you're giving me 5 years, I think that's probably a reasonable guess. I think they could certainly grow on their own. They could certainly become a has-been on their own, but I think at some point, maybe it just depends on the valuation, right? On whether big pharma wants to go out and buy the revenue as a form of income, and what the valuation is of the company relative to the income that it's bringing in.
All right. And what about the odds that Vertex acquires a smaller biotech, say in the $5 to $10 billion range?
In the next 5 years,
Yeah.
198%. I think that, assuming they don't get acquired, then so maybe subtract out whatever that likelihood is out of 100, and that's probably what the likelihood that they acquire something. I think they almost. What else are they going to do with their money? I guess they could start giving out a dividend or start buying back a ton of shares, but I feel like they could probably do better by going out and licensing or acquiring a lot of drugs. So maybe it's a little bit lower because they might use the money for licensing instead of for acquisitions. But if we're talking about just, are they going to add to the pipeline from outside of Vertex's drug discovery unit, I think that's 100% guaranteed.